Once you do make the decision, the clarity is there. You know exactly what you want to do, where you're going, and how it's all supposed to work. So this decision is your holdup. Where you are right now, that is, this opportunity is what has kind of got you feeling the most stuck, is because like you could keep doing what you've done before. It feels scary. I take off. Or I can face this one head on and see what actually happens and see, what does that other side look like? Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jen. All right. So today we're going to be using the Lightworkers Oracle. We'll pull one card from that to find out what we need for our spiritual path. And then we'll pull 3 cards from the Gilded Tarot. This is the Barbara Moore deck. This will be a progression spread. It is past, present, future. So we'll see where you've been, where you're at, where you're headed, so that if you need to make a course correction, we can do that at this time. So I also want to say, when I say that I'm doing a 3-card spread, there's always going to be a ton more cards than just 3. That's just where I start. That is the base of where I start. So once I get the story out, I'll start pulling more cards to pull out the bigger picture of that story, and then we will dial it down with clarifying questions to get some guidance about what we need to do about it. All right, so I'm going to set some intentions while I'm shuffling. The first intention is that if you have come across this message, there is something in here for you. I set the intention that anyone who comes across this message, I set the intention that anyone who needs the messages that come out in this reading will find it at the time that they need it most. I set the intention that all the messages that come out will be for our highest good. I set the intention that I will be given very clear words, phrases, anything needed in order to communicate the message as clearly as possible so that it can be received as it was intended. Okay. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. If you have not already and you do find value in this video, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications, and I do about 4 to 5 videos a week. So if you hit that bell, it will let you know every time I post a new video. All right. So I do the zodiac readings monthly, but I also do other readings like Twin Flame, Ancestor Message, Angel Message, Spiritual Guidance. I'll use different oracle decks. So like I said, if you hit that bell, it'll let you know every time I post a new video. All right, so we're going to start with the channeled message. So what does Leo need to know right now? Clarity, curiosity, and intention. You are seeking clarity in your life, and this message gives guidance to attaining it. You must approach the situation with curiosity and an intention of understanding. If you are looking at a situation with familiar energy, it could fool you into believing that you do understand the situation fully, or that you have all the information about that subject. Curiosity is being open to information you hadn't considered from sources that may not be as obvious. Being of clear intention to get understanding, not just to control or manipulate a situation, rather to see what the situation really is so that you will be able to know if it is in alignment for you or not. All right, so you are seeking some clarity, but there was some guidance about how to get that clarity. And it's coming from a place of curiosity. So like in curiosity, you haven't judged the situation. You haven't determined that it's finished and over, and that you can already tell like this is what this certain action or situation meant. So curiosity is just having a little bit of space open that you may not have all the information yet, and having that curiosity to wanting to fully understand and wanting to know where this is headed and what is really going on without the judgment attached to it. All right, so we're going to pull some cards. Deep breath. All right, so what energy does Leo need right now for their spiritual path? Leo, spiritual path. Okay. sixth ray of devotion. Okay, and then past, present, future, Leo. Deep breath. All right, past, present, future, Leo. Past, present, future. All right, so past, we've got the Three of Wands. That is waiting for your ship to come in. It's a very expected energy. Present, we've got the Ace of Cups. This is a new relationship, a new opportunity in a relationship. So this could be a romantic situation, or it could be like a business partnership, or just someone that's going to help you on your path coming up. And then we've got the Six of Swords. So this is moving away from trauma, but sometimes this can be doing it in a secretive kind of way. Like taking off in the night, kind of. All right, let's see. We'll start with the Oracle. The sixth ray of devotion. The sixth ray of devotion bestows the qualities of persistence, unwavering focus, and intensity of feeling. It is a gift of strength to move mountains with your will for what you love. When the sixth ray of devotion appears, you are being given guidance that even if you do not seem to have much worldly power right now, the power of your beliefs can conquer obstacles. The Archangel Uriel helps you receive the blessings of the sixth ray now. You are receiving a blessing of the sixth ray of devotion. It is serving your soul growth and will help you develop faith in your principles and trust in the power of your beliefs. You will be able to recognize and appreciate the extraordinary strength within you and realize that you have enough willpower to keep moving towards your dream, overcoming any obstacle until you are divinely successful. The sixth ray reminds you of the power of love, which can conquer anything and everything. Love is an empowering, motivating force far stronger than fear. Love is the foundation of authentic spiritual devotion. Devotion to the divine empowers us to bear burdens, overcome obstacles, and manifest all manner of beautiful visions in a world that may at first assure us that our dream is not possible. The sixth ray blesses you with a spiritual stubbornness and a sacred rebellion against any odds. The challenge with the sixth ray is to not become so anchored in your beliefs that you become fanatical, judging others because their beliefs are different. You can be unwavering in your adherence to your belief system and yet honor the fact that there are as many paths to divine union as there are people, that the ways of the universe cause you home to love are unlimited. If you do not honor this, you may try to pull people from their own path, which can create unnecessary struggle for them and unnecessary karma for you. The best way to honor the blessing and minimize the challenge of this ray is to share your truth with an open heart and an open mind. Share without agenda. For those working with this energy, the power of mind and emotions will come into focus. You may need to channel your emotional and mental power into worthy projects or practice balancing your intensity with lightness of heart and playfulness so you don't become harsh or despairing if things appear to not be working out the way that you believe that they should. Then your faith can remind you love always finds a way. When Archangel Uriel connects with you, a tremendous power, the power of earth, is brought to your aid. Uriel brings healing energy and an ability to cause real effect in the physical world with your mental and emotional power. Remember, you are here to shine your light. Others can choose to use your light to see by until they are ready to discover their own inner light or not. It is not anything you need to worry about. Simply live your truth, trust in your heartfelt beliefs, and devote yourself to love. Finally, the sixth ray has a special connection to religion and love. You are being asked to hold the healing power of love in your heart for all of those who are evolving through a life experience involving religious practice. This can counterbalance the judgment and fear that exist in the hearts of many towards a religion that are not their own or that have been the vehicle through which abuse has taken place. Religion on this planet at this time needs love, support, and encouragement to evolve, heal, and grow in whatever way ultimately serves divine love. I now accept of my own free will the blessing and grace of the sixth ray of devotion and its blessings of will, strength, purpose, and miraculous power of loving belief. I invite the genuine, unconditionally loving masters and archangels, including Uriel, Christ, Mary Magdalene, and Mother Mary, to assist me and all beings on this earth in integrating the blessing of the sixth ray of devotion. I choose to keep my mind open and my heart soft, my willpower and my actions true. May kindness prevail and passionate idealism be tempered by mercy. For the greatest good, so be it. Okay, so there was a lot in that, a lot of guidance in that, but it was talking a lot about connecting with the Archangel Uriel. In your prayer time, Uriel brings healing energy and an ability to cause real effect in the physical world with your mental and emotional power. Remember, you are here to shine your light. Others can choose to use your light to see by until they are ready to discover their own inner light or not. Okay. So I think this is really talking about deepening your own spiritual practices and getting stronger in the things that you are currently, pulled to and drawn for on your own path, and being unwavering and unapologetic in that, allowing other people to have their space to do what they need to do, and you understanding that it's okay to have the differences. Just because they choose to serve in a different way, it doesn't make yours wrong, and it doesn't make theirs wrong just because you see it different too. I think there was a lot that came out with that I'm still trying to process through. All right, so the Three of Wands. Three of Wands. You have made a choice and now must wait for the results. Whether you are patient or impatient doesn't really matter. It will not affect the outcome. It is, though, a good opportunity to learn patience and self-control. Be aware of agitated action. Although it is frustrating to be still, let things take their course. Do not work yourself up needlessly. All right, so just one of the things that I'm getting out of that, my nose is itching, is, okay, so this is an expectant energy. You're waiting on something to happen. You've already set something in motion. You know that it's coming. You just feel stuck. And there was the caution in that to not let that eagerness, that anticipation push you to act before you need to push you to do something that may not be part of this plan, this path. We're moving to the Ace of Cups. You're being drawn along by a feeling. Your emotions are engaged and you are feeling more alive than usual. It may be the beginning of a romance, a spiritual epiphany, or a desire to express yourself artistically. Whatever it is, you are at the start of an exciting adventure. Be aware of running from this experience. Do not fear, discount, or avoid the intensity of your feelings. Although it may feel uncomfortable at first, learn to identify and express your emotions. All right, so let's see what this new opportunity is here. What are you working on, or what's going on right here? What has come in for you? So the one thing I do know is that it is a gift. This is the 9 of Cups. That's a gift from God. It's a celebration. It's also an Ace of Pentacles. So this has to do with your work life. So you're getting really creative. You've got a lot of creative energy. And this is a new opportunity in your financial, your career, your work life kind of situation. So you may have a partner coming in that's going to help you to create something. But we also have the 2 of Swords. So you're feeling just, again, very... this may be the fear that's trying to hold you back. You don't know exactly what to do. You've been given an offer that looks really, really good. It looks like it could be the answer to the prayers that you've had, but that 2 of Swords has you just not quite sure that you should move. Let's see. You are faced with a decision and aren't sure what to do. You have to decide. Remove your blindfold and look squarely at the situation. Most likely, you know what to do but are afraid. Be aware of ignoring the situation for too long. Pretending it isn't there won't make it go away. You okay? You okay? All right. So right now you feel a little bit blinded by fear because you don't really feel like you know what the right thing is, but this is saying that you do. You do. You're just scared to do it. You're scared to do the thing that you know you need to do. We're moving towards the 6 of Swords. You're running from something. Unless you examine the way you think, your running will accomplish nothing. An immediate escape from what is troubling. Except an immediate escape from what is troubling you. Until you learn to face it, it will come up again in some other guise. Be aware of overanalyzing. Our ancient instincts exist as a defense mechanism. Although probably not as often now, there are times when fleeing a dangerous situation is the right thing to do. So you are considering just taking off instead of actually facing this thing head on. And I mean, like I said, it looks like it has a lot of potential. So let's get some more information, because I don't know that fleeing is the right thing to do in this situation. So what happens? What does this look like if you take off? If you just take off and leave it behind. What do we got going on? Okay. So we've got the 7 of Cups. That means that, there are lots of options out there for you. But the Knight of Wands is a little bit of, it's rushing and reckless energy. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles came out in reverse. So the Knight of Pentacles is about doing the hard work, staying the course. And so again, this just kind of tells me that you're rushing off. And if you're not careful, some of these choices, like right up here, there's a dragon in that one. Some of the choices are good, but some of them could have, bad implications for you. So it's not a time to, rush in recklessly or just take off recklessly. Let's actually work on trying to fix this situation. So what can we do to help the situation that you are currently in? So what does it look like if you accept this offer? So we've got the Page of Swords. This is learning new things. It is an opportunity to be a beginner at something again. Let's see. Page of Swords. You are ready to face a new challenge. The theory and logic is clear to you, and you have all the tools that you need. You know exactly what to do and how to do it, yet you feel inexplicably scared. Your fear isn't unusual, though. There is no substitute for experience, and that is something that you don't have at this point. Know that regardless of the outcome, you will have done the best you possibly can. Be aware of overanalyzing. Swords are the suit of intellect, so there is a danger of thinking about something so much that you become paralyzed with worry. The Page of Swords can indicate a message, usually pertaining to a current problem, issue, or belief system. All right, so you are ready. You do have the skills. You've already learned the skills, but you are still afraid because you don't have experience in the area that you're trying to go yet. And then we've got the Lover's card. The message of the Lovers tells us to make good and balanced choices. Indeed, the original meaning of the card in the earliest tarot decks was called the choice and showed a man choosing between two women. Consider all the facets before committing to any decision. Choose well and build a foundation that can help you achieve your best dreams. Be aware of letting one element of a choice overshadow all else. A relationship with simply a physical attraction, a career decision with only intellectual appeal, or a home opportunity with a decadent amenities may not be the best choice in the long run. So this is making sure that you're making wise, balanced choices. And I mean, that is, like I asked the question, what does this look like if you do choose this? And it is a better balanced decision. Definitely not the reckless and leaving you probably more confused than you were to begin with. That's what you get if you take off. And that was part of the message that this card was telling, is that especially if this is one of those karmic lessons that you have to learn in this lifetime, you can't run from that. Even if it's a job or a person that you're dealing with, it will continue to show up. The issue that you are dealing with will continue to show up for you until you finally make a different choice that helps to resolve the issue. So it can show up in a different job, it can show up in a different person, but it's going to be the same lesson that you're dealing with, no matter where you end up taking off to. So you can't run from it. You have to actually face it. And so I feel like actually making the decision to do this partnering is going to be your better path. And then we have the Knight of Swords also came out. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, here we go. So the Knight of Swords is, you're in the midst of something. You know exactly what you want to do and precisely how you are going to do it. You are very single-minded right now and your goal is in sight. Be aware of being so focused that you miss new developments in the situation. Pay attention to what is going on around you. There's a danger of ignoring or being insensitive to those around you. So once you do make the decision, the clarity is there. You know exactly what you want to do, where you're going, and how it's all supposed to work. So this decision is your holdup. Where you are right now, that is, this opportunity is what has kind of got you feeling the most stuck, is because you could keep doing what you've done before. It feels scary. I take off. Or I can face this one head on and see what actually happens and see, what does that other side look like? All right, let's pull some clarifying questions here. We'll use the Light Seers Tarot to ask these questions. All right, so what do you have to look forward to in this situation? Okay. So we've got the Two of Cups. This is a high-level soulmate connection. The Two of Swords, it is a difficult decision. It is a difficult decision, and you're just going to have to make it without having all of the answers. But it also is the Four of Wands. This brings in celebration, and this is also a long-term commitment card. This is also like potentially a marriage. So this relationship that could start off as like a business sort of thing, or just some sort of project that you're doing together. It doesn't even have to be something that you're making money off of. Just something that you are going to do together could turn into a potential life partnership. All right. What do you need to be mindful of at this time? Okay. So we've got the Magician. To be mindful that you do have the power to create the life that you want. You do have the power that even if you make a decision and you get in it and it's, feels like, this isn't what I wanted it to be, you can make another decision. Like once you start down this path, if this path isn't looking like what you think that it should, you're allowed to make another decision. You're allowed to say, okay, I don't like this, so I'm going to do something else. You just keep adapting, to the things that, because we aren't given all of the answers all at once. Sometimes the only way that we can get to that next level of clarity is just by, okay, take a step, make a decision, just start moving in a direction, and then more information than what you had will come available. It's reminding me a lot of like those video games that they would only show you the map as you moved, as you cleared each level. So, there's this whole map. I'm thinking, is that like the Mario world that I'm thinking? But it would stay blacked out. And then as you conquered each new level, more of the map started, being revealed to you. But you had no idea what that next step was until you faced what was in front of you head on. You completed this mission, and then the next one opens up for you. So that's kind of what I'm seeing with that. We've got the Six of Cups. So don't be too stuck in the past about the way things were, because if you always did what you've always done, you always get what you always got. And if you're looking to get something different, now's the time to do something that you've never done before. And then the Seven of Wands is about making sure that you have good boundaries in place. This is about protection and not letting the naysayers get too much in your head. Okay, so what does this situation look like in 6 months? All right, so we've got the Eight of Cups. This is walking away from things that no longer serve you. The Wheel is karma and fate coming in. I didn't even realize he was behind me. And then the Ten of Swords, that is an extreme loss. That is a time for healing. I'm going to read that one from this one. So, Ten of Swords. Painful endings, crisis, being stabbed in the back, an opportunity to find deep healing, an opportunity to find hope and resiliency. The Ten of Swords comes to us in times of blinding truth, when delusion is lifted. Sometimes the truth is painful because it indicates backstabbing or personal loss. This card can mark an abrupt end to our current path and a jarring resolution in the form of a broken relationship, a blocked dream, a fractured partnership, or a discontinued career path. While these endings feel severe in the moment, the most potent seeds of hope are always planted in their place. Remember that our wounds teach us about our greatest strengths and illuminate our innate ability to heal. Your dark night of the soul will be met with a beautiful new dawn that is filled with more light than you've ever experienced. Remain open to love as joy as you process this ending and look to the sunlight that awaits. Watching the sun peek over the horizon is the highest task of a bruised heart. I am healing every day. So let me see, what is this ending? But I mean, it looks like because the Eight of Cups is here, you made the choice to walk away. And sometimes you can do that. You can make the choice to leave a situation and it can still break your heart, even if you knew it was the right thing to do, because you had wanted it. You wanted it to work out, or else you wouldn't have spent as much time as you did with it. Okay. So to clarify that, I've got the Hermit. This is about self-reflection. It's just kind of pulling away to sit with your thoughts. These thoughts are keeping you up at night. But then it is the time to finally move forward and move on from. So, I mean, this is, to me, this is more of the processing, the mental processing of this decision. And this tells me that you didn't really have that much of a choice about it, anyways, that it was just time for this movement to happen. All right, so that's 6 months from now. But so much happens between now and then. We'll deal with 6 months from now when we need to deal with 6 months from now. We're looking at what we're trying to do right here, though. All right, so what is your best move forward right now? What is in your highest good? Your best move forward. So the Queen of Cups is, I usually see this as like the heart chakra opening. It is moving with the heart, moving with love and compassion and grace and mercy. The Five of Wands. So this is about competition. Let's see, where's the book? Five of Wands. It's about how you're working with others. It's about how you're working with others. I support others and they support me, and we rise together in accelerated harmony. And so there's two things that I see with this card. One is that it looks like this could be like the same person trying to do everything all by themselves and refusing help from anyone. But it could also be just, let's rally the team together and let's make this happen. But we had the call of the devil also came out on this one. So we want to make sure that we are keeping balance with everything in moderation. So vices, the grip of addiction, a need for liberation, healthy versus unhealthy sexuality, materialism, the healing found in darkness, delving into your shadow self, being trapped in your own stories, manipulation, lying to yourself, temptation. The devil reaches out his hand, granting a release from the mundane with promises of earthly and material pleasures. While sometimes this release is healthy and necessary, he hides the fact that he offers everything you can become addicted to. From alcohol, drugs, work, and sex to more nuanced addictions like codependent relationships or how others make you feel, anything that can entrap you or overtake your life can become harmful in excess. The devil is a nudge to delve into your own shadows. He will bring you there, and then it's up to you to either fall fully into the darkness or to work on your healing, your own relationship with your beautiful heart. Illuminate the things that are vying for your time, your energy, and your love that leave you feeling empty. Remember that addictions don't necessarily look scary and demonic until they do. Seek liberation from the bindings that are keeping you trapped and untether yourself. In darkness, look to the fragmented aspects of the self as a source of light. In the darkness, I am free to heal everything. So in your highest good, it is good for you to look at the dark part, to go into your shadow side, but making sure that you don't just, fall in and not 3 and not come out of that. Like, allow yourself to see the negative aspects of yourself. Allow yourself, to, when we come back to this curiosity thing, maybe that's the piece that you're missing. Maybe that's the piece of when you're working with these other people that you're missing this part of how you're showing up inside of that you're not bringing in enough of this, that it's too much of this. So what is the balance here? What is that looking like? What is the way that you are in when you're working with others? That's how that was coming through to me, is that, are you a bit too controlling, when you're over seeing the group, and it's causing people to possibly, stumble and fall. Because one thing, like if you are in a leadership position, when your people start struggling underneath you, that is you. That is on you. You are the one that is supposed to help keep everything straight and moving forward. You are the leader. You're showing the way. You're showing them how to do it. And so you can't just sit back and say, oh, if this person would just do this, and if this person just did this, no, because it's your responsibility as the leader to be able to figure out the ways to inspire them to do these things, to find the ways to motivate and guide them. And if these aren't the people that, you can lead, then you have to let go of those people. Maybe that's the parts that you're letting go of, and find the ones that are part of what you're actually trying to create. Because if you're all trying to, go towards different visions, they have one idea of what they're trying to build here, but you're seeing it as something completely different. If there's lack of the communication, lack of the direction, lack of the vision having been laid out before y'all ever got to this part, you're never going to be able to put this thing together in a way that all of you will be happy about, and that will be satisfying to the group as a whole. So I think this is actually talking about learning how to show up better in groups, how to work better in a group setting. Because as a Leo just is kind of naturally takes that center of attention place. They are good at leadership because they stand out and shine, just out of any crowd. But it could be a short term kind of thing. Like if you take off and start leading and nobody's following you, then, it all falls apart again. So that's what I'm seeing is what is in your highest good right now is to learn how to bring more compassion into your leadership role. So whatever the thing is that you're leading, you could just be, a mother that is leading your children. Make sure that there's a lot of compassion, that you're leading from the heart. You could be a boss, leading a team. Again, leading with compassion, not too much control, not too much. There's always the balance. There is a time for sternness. There's a time for laughter and playfulness, but there has to be moderation of all of it. Because if you're too much like the fun mom or the fun boss, then you're not actually leading your children or your team. You're just allowing them to lead you, to lead the whole process, and it all still falls apart. All right, let me see. Is there anything else that I want to pull from all of this? Okay. What can you do right now to stay positive? The Page of Swords is start learning. Just get excited about learning new things and being curious. That's the curiosity. And having the intention of just understanding what is being asked of you. What does this new situation look like? What are you actually proposing to me? We've got the Fool. This is putting that full trust into what God has for you. It's the faith and the trust. That's how I see that. And then the Five of Pentacles is knowing that no matter how down you get, you're never completely locked out. So she is all in her head. She's, grieving whatever, experience as just disappointment. But as soon as she is able to bring herself back together and look up, the key to the door that she is trying to get into is right there. So, it's all on you. As soon as you are ready to kind of look around, get out of this space and look up and get more information, get more clarity, get more understanding, you're going to see that, it's still being given to you. All right. So I think I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to do an extended on this reading, but if you would like a personal reading, I do offer those. I do 30-minute or 60-minute videos. That link is down in the description box. If that's something that you're interested in, I would really, really be excited to do that for you. Other than that, if you have found value in this video, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications and it will let you know every time I post a new video. Also, if you would like, comment, or share, that helps more people to be able to see this, and it helps, the algorithm push it out to more people so that my channel can grow, and I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. All right. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you the next time.